Welcome to Gilligan's Island, Episode 6. President Gilligan. Professor and Skipper dig a shallow hole that's intended to be a well. Skipper uses a bamboo shovel, and the professor uses a bamboo post hole digger style shovel.
Skipper, why don't we get Gilligan to help with this well?
Gilligan, help? Professor, you've been out in the sun too long.
Well, all he has to do is dig. He can't do anything wrong if he's just digging.
Yeah? All right, let's find out. Gilligan!
Mr. Howe explains to Gilligan the layout of the Howe Hills estate that Mr. Howe will pay Gilligan to build. Mrs. Howe observes approvingly.
Now, nothing pretentious, Gilligan. You understand me now. A simple, flowing, 15-room mansion. Right, Lovey? I mean, we'll have 4 baths, you understand, and we'll have the servant quarters will be over there.
Gilligan!
Oh, that's the skipper! I gotta run!
Gilligan turns to
No,
leave, but Mr. Howe stops him.
you'll do nothing of the sort. You see, we're planning the Howes Hills estate.
And you don't want to get him in trouble with the skipper, dear.
Lovey, we're no longer on shipboard. You see, now, this is exactly the way I want the little estate built, you see? This is...
Gilligan!
I gotta go. See you later.
Gilligan turns to leave again, but Mr. Howe stops him again.
Stand your ground, Gilligan. If I do, I'm gonna be buried in it.
Let the boy go, dear.
He is no longer a boy, Lovey. He is a man.
Gilligan!
I'm a boy!
Gilligan turns to leave again, but Skipper, shovel in hand, walks up to them.
Skipper, you're interrupting a business conference. And besides, you're standing in the powder room.
Powder room? Business conference? Gilligan, will you get over there and start digging?
Aye, aye, sir.
Gilligan takes a few steps.
Come back here, Gilligan.
Gilligan
Get
steps
going,
back.
Gilligan.
Come back here, Gilligan.
Get going, Gilligan.
Come back here.
I gave him an order.
I gave him a job. I wish I were twins.
Mrs. Howe says, maybe we should toss a coin.
A coin?
She meant a bill.
Bill.
Mr. Howell points to a dollar bill stuck on the end of a short bamboo pole, which marks a spot in the Howell Hills estate plan. Dollar bills affixed to the top of a bamboo stake.
I'm having enough trouble running this island without a mutiny.
Well, who told you you were running this island?
I am the skipper.
At sea, you're the skipper. On land, I am chairman of the board.
The other castaways walk into the future site of the Howell Hills estate.
Professor, will you tell these people who's in charge of this island?
Well, actually, there's no one.
No one.
No one? Good heavens, this is anarchy!
It is not. I am in command.
No, I am running this island.
Marianne, liking the yelling, covers her ears. Mrs. Howell plugs her ears with her gloved fingers. The professor tries to calm them down.
Gentlemen, gentlemen.
Ginger moves forward. I've got an idea. I've got an idea. Why don't we vote? You know, like an election.
An election?
The castaways begin talking among themselves. Mr. Howell is the most audible.
An
Oh, that's a
election.
great idea. Yeah, that's
Election?
great. Yeah.
Oh,
What an
yeah,
election.
that's wonderful. Yes,
That's
I'll
unfair.
spend millions on my campaign.
That is unfair.
You see? You're right. It is unfair. Instead, I'll buy the vote. Let me see. That's
Mr. Howell begins
one.
counting the castaways to determine how much it will cost.
One.
Okay. The next day, the professor addresses the castaways regarding the election rules.
And I know that it's going to be a good, clean, hard fought battle, right down to the wire.
That's right, Mr. Professor. There's no room for dirty politics on this island.
I think we can always make a little room for something like that, eh, Professor?
Just one thing at that. Let's get this election over with as soon as possible so we can get back to this well.
That's fine with me, Professor. I'm ready for the elections any time now.
Wait a minute, Captain. When are you coming out of your smoke-filled hut and really face the issues?
What issues, Mr. Howell?
Well, I'm sure you'd like to know that my learned opponent thinks, for example, of slum clearance, of tide land oil drilling, and of free school lunches.
But, Mr. Howell,
I would like to meet face to face in a debate on public transport, coconut conservation, and high-rise dwellings.
Skipper moves aggressively towards Mr. Howell.
Now see here, Howell.
The professor holds the skipper back.
Now, wait a minute. You're going to have to face up to the issues, Captain. And you better give them some thought.
In the first place, who's going to ask a lot of stupid questions like that?
Mrs. Howell,
Blankets are hung as curtains to make the hut appear as an election center. Mr. Howell practices his election speech.
and I beg of you, dear friends, do not place one more burden on the fragile shoulders of our dear gallant captain, who lies sleepless in his bed at night. Sleepless in his bed at night.
Ridden with guilt.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Ridden with guilt. Ridden with guilt about the shipwreck, which was his fault. Ridden with guilt about the loss of the transmitter, which was also his fault. Filled with shame about his lack of qualities of leadership, which was his mother's fault. What this island needs is a president like me, one who is brave, true, loyal, devoted, and faithful, and above all, modest.
Later that day, Skipper practices his campaign speech with Gilligan.
And I say to you, don't change leaders in mid-ocean. Elect me first president, the man who's first at sea, on land and first father of your island.
Oh, that was great, Skipper.
You really think so, Gilligan?
Yeah, only can we vote for George Washington?
George Washington?
Isn't that who you were talking about?
No, Gilligan, I was talking about me. Why should people vote for me?
Gilligan shrugged.
I don't know.
Well, think.
I got it! Because you're the skipper and you'll threaten him.
No, that won't work.
Well, that works for me.
But you're different.
I am.
Well, certainly. You're my crew. I can threaten you. I've got to woo the voters.
You don't woo me. I'd rather be threatened.
Not you, Gilligan. The girls.
Skipper smiles and adjusts his shirt collar. The next day, Skipper's holding a bouquet of flowers, calls on Ginger. As he approaches the door to the hut, he wraps his fingers along the door. He passes the hut door, but calls through the palm frond walls.
Ginger, are you home?
Ginger exits the hut and greets Skipper. Hello, Skipper.
Lovely flowers for a lovely lady.
Oh, gee, they're lovely. But she recognizes the flowers. Oh, those are the flowers the professor said are poisonous.
Poisonous?
Ah!
Poisonous?
Yeah! Skipper
Ugh.
tosses the flowers in the air and runs off. Ginger screams, backs up, and turns to watch the skipper run into the jungle. Marianne stands outside the girls' hut. Mr. Howell attempts to persuade her to vote for him.
Shame on you,
What did I do?
trying to buy my vote.
Well, I did nothing of the kind, Marianne. It's perfectly proper for a presidential candidate to want to hire a secretary.
At $50,000 a year?
Well, good secretaries are hard to find.
I'm not even a good secretary, Mr. Howell. As a matter of fact, I'm not even a secretary. I'm only a clerk.
A clerk? Oh, a clerk. Well, in that case, 100,000. Group insurance? Fringe benefits?
Marianne turns away. Later that day, Mr. House stands outside the shower stall. Ginger showers inside. Overhead is a water bucket with a rope attached. The rope must be pulled to dump water on the occupant of the shower stall. Ginger pulls on the rope and water dumps on her head.
I'm not going to insult your intelligence by attempting to bribe you.
Ginger sticks her head out between the curtains on the shower. She wears a shower cap. Gee, Mr. Howell, I don't see what one thing has to do with the other. Ginger pulls her head back inside the shower.
Are you suggesting that perhaps you could be bribed?
Everybody says I've got an open mind. Ginger pulls her head back inside the shower.
Ginger, off this island. I am a very wealthy and important man. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about buying Hollywood.
Ginger sticks her head back out again. Hollywood?
Yes. Don't you think you ought to have a star on your dressing room door?
Oh, gee, Mr. Howell. Mr. President. Ginger pulls her head back inside the shower. Later that day, Gilligan stands by a tree trunk. Gilligan? Gilligan turns to look and does a double take as he sees Ginger. Hello. Gilligan walks towards Ginger and looks around to see if anybody else is there.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Me?
Gilligan backs up. You're the only one here, aren't you? Ginger pushes closer to Gilligan. Gilligan tries to maintain his personal space and slowly steps back as Ginger advances.
Yeah, but I'm just me.
I know. Ginger glances at Gilligan's lips. Gilligan becomes a little nervous.
But you've never been so friendly to me before.
There's always a first time for everything, isn't there?
I must be dreaming.
Pinch yourself and see.
Yeah. Ow! No, I'm here, and I just remembered. I'm campaigning. Vote for the skipper.
Gilligan.
Yeah.
Ginger continues to push forward. Gilligan continues his retreat. Come here. Come closer, Gilligan. Gilligan is pushed up against the palm tree. Ginger continues to move in closer. Gilligan, would you do me an extra special favor? Gilligan glances at Ginger's lips. Vote for Hal. Ginger brings her finger to her lips, kisses it, and then moves to press her finger to Gilligan's lips. Gilligan quickly turns his head away and hits the tree he's backed up against with a loud whack. Gilligan slides down the tree to the ground. Ginger gives him a side glance and shrugs. Later that day, Skipper holds a paintbrush, a small container of paint, and carries a stemmed flower in his teeth. He examines his work from a distance. The campaign sign reads, "Don't change skippers." He places a flower on the sign. Skipper and Gilligan balance on a platform floating in the lagoon. They hold a "Don't change skipper" sign. Skipper admires his work and reads the sign.
Don't change skippers. Gilligan, give me the paint can.
Gilligan turns, holds his paint legs up, and tiptoes across the water to fetch the paint can on the lagoon shore.
Yes, sir.
Gilligan picks up the paint can. He tiptoes back to the floating platform.
Gilligan, you can't just walk on the water.
No, skipper. I'm walking on this board. See?
Oh,
Skipper points to the gap between the board and the platform.
well, the board ends there. Don't step out there.
No, sir.
Gilligan steps onto the platform, but trips. He falls into Skipper, and both of them tumble into the lagoon. Skipper lifts the sign to ensure that it does not fall near them. Skipper and Gilligan swim in the lagoon. The paint can fell on Gilligan, which he wears like a hat.
Mm.
Later that day, Gilligan and Mr. Howell walk in the clearing where the House Hills Estate mansion will be built.
Gilligan, my boy, have you ever thought about yourself? Have I ever thought what about myself? What I mean is, what do you want to be in life? Oh, sure. Sometimes I lie awake at night and think, if I try hard and obey the skipper's orders, maybe someday I'll be junior petty officer. Gilligan, how would you like to be Secretary of the Navy? Secretary of the Navy? You gotta be kidding! I don't even know how to tie a knot. You're just being modest. No, I'm not. Look.
Gilligan and Mr. Howell look down at Gilligan's sneakers. His laces are untied.
Well, I mean, whatever. Oh, no, I mean, whoever heard of the Secretary of the Navy tying his own knots? I'll assign some able-bodied seaman to perform such menial chores for you. Where are you going to find an able-bodied? Where are we going to be able to find an able-bodied seaman? There's one now.
Gilligan is slightly startled as Skipper joins them.
Gilligan, why are you talking to Howell?
I'm sorry, Skipper. Don't be afraid, Gilligan. In a few hours, He'll be working for you.
What?
He means, what I mean is, when I am president, Gilligan is going to be Secretary of the Navy.
Secretary of the Navy. Gilligan is going to be
Skipper laughs. Gilligan looks hurt at Skipper's laugh at his expense.
Well, why aren't you laughing, Gilligan?
Skipper continues laughing.
I was thinking how nice it would be to have someone to tie my shoelaces.
Skipper realizes that Gilligan might not be in his
Uh.
corner after all. He stops laughing, pauses, and looks down at Gilligan's untied laces. Gilligan, embarrassed by his inability to tie his own shoelaces, sheepishly covers one shoe with the other. Skipper looks at Mr. Howe. Mr. Howe glances down at Gilligan's sneakers and then looks away to avoid Skipper's gaze. Later that day, the shower stall has been converted into an election booth. A sign reads, "Election booth. The professor tests the pull cords on the shower curtain to be certain they work properly."
All right, folks. 7 pieces of paper have been initialed by all 7 of us. These are the official ballots. Now, think carefully before marking them because what you write on your ballot counts. Now, who wants to go first?
I do.
Gilligan raises his hand with his index finger extended. Skipper grabs Gilligan's arm.
Women and children first. That's what I stand for.
See what I mean? Who wants a president who would let children vote?
I'll vote first, Professor.
Marianne takes a ballot from the professor.
Ginger, you're next.
Professor hands the ballot to Ginger.
A star is born.
Ginger smiles, pivots, and walks into the election booth. Skipper walks up to Mr. Howe.
What was all that about?
Inside joke.
Skipper pulls the curtain open and exits the election booth. Skipper walks over to the other side of the clearing. He brings Gilligan to the booth.
Gilligan, I want you to get in there and vote. But before you do, I want you to think about all the things that I've done for you.
Aye, aye, sir.
Gilligan turns to enter the election booth. Skipper grabs his arm and stops him.
Oh, wait a minute, Gilligan. On second thought, maybe you better not think about all the things.
Skipper laughs. Mr. Howe walks up to Gilligan and Skipper.
Remember, once you pull that cord, no man can tell you how to vote, Mr. Secretary.
Mr. Howe points to Gilligan's untied shoes. Mr. Howe folds his arms. Gilligan hesitates, turns, and enters the election booth. Mr. Howe and Skipper turn their backs to the election booth. Gilligan looks back with an annoyed expression at Mr. Howe and the Skipper. He fumbles with the cord to close the curtain. Instead of pulling the cord to close the curtain, Gilligan pulls the cord to dump water for the shower. The water pours out, drenching Gilligan. Mr. Howe and Skipper hear the water and turn toward the voting booth to see Gilligan soaked with water. Gilligan spits out water. Skipper holds the ballot box and dumps water out of it. He places it on a small table. Gilligan sits on an upright log.
Quiet down now, everybody. There you are, Professor.
Skipper removes a knife from his pocket and cuts through the vines securing the ballot box.
Gilligan, you're shivering.
I'll be all right in a minute.
Marianne briskly rubs Gilligan to warm him up. The professor removes the top from the ballot box and sits on the ground next to the table.
All right, now. The first ballot is for the skipper.
Yeah!
Gilligan claps. Skipper drapes a blanket over Gilligan's shoulders.
This will keep you warm, little buddy.
The second ballot is for Mr. Howell.
Oh!
Yay!
Skipper removes a blanket from Gilligan's shoulders and throws it over his own shoulders. Mr. Howell removes his suit coat and places it over Gilligan's shoulders.
Mr. Secretary, warmsy, warmsy.
Professor removes another ballot from the box.
The third ballot is for the skipper,
Mr. Howell removes his suit coat from Gilligan's shoulders and puts it back on.
who now leads 2-1. The fourth ballot is for Mr. Howell.
Oh,
Isn't that exciting? Now it's 2-all.
The fifth ballot is a write-in vote for Gilligan.
Let me see
Let me
that.
see that.
Skipper and Mr. Howell grab opposite edges of the wet ballot and tear it in half. They place the halves together to read the ballot.
Why, that's Lovey's handwriting.
Yes, it is. I decided that it was time you let somebody else run everything. Then we could have that honeymoon you've been promising me all these years.
Why, you romantic schemer, you. Later. Election.
The vote is tied at 2-2.
and one for Gilligan.
Well, I hardly think it's necessary to mention that, Marianne.
Certainly, Marianne.
The sixth ballot is for Gilligan.
Gilligan is my man, too.
Gilligan appears astonished that he has 2 votes.
The vote still stands at 2 votes for the skipper and 2 for Mr. Howell.
And 2 write-in votes for Gilligan.
The deciding vote is missing.
Missing?
Oh, yeah, I got it right here.
Gilligan removes the ballot from his pants pocket and hands the ballot to the professor.
What's the matter, Gilligan? Isn't our ballot box good enough for you?
I was afraid it would get wet.
That means that I win.
The professor reads the ballot.
That means I'm elected.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. You've both lost.
Well, that's impossible.
Well, then who is president?
All of them realize if neither Skipper nor Mr. Howell had a majority of votes, Gilligan must have voted for himself and won the election. Marianne beams with admiration.
Oh, that's
Gilligan,
great.
The castaways are stunned.
President Gilligan.
Gilligan shivers. The next day, Gilligan, a broom and a small board as a dustpan in hand, bends down, scoops up sand from the floor of his hut. He walks over to the door and tosses it outside just as Skipper enters. Sand hits Skipper in the belly.
Gilligan, what are you doing?
I was cleaning out the White House.
Skipper tries to grab the broom from Gilligan.
Give me that broom. Is this any sort of a job?
I don't know. Never been president before. Look, Skipper, I didn't mean to win the election. Honest, I was on your side.
Gilligan attempts to give the Skipper the table with the coconut on top as they back toward the door.
There's no need to apologize. I just came by here to offer my congratulations. Now, people have made their choice, and whether it is right or wrong, we're stuck with it.
Skipper finally grasps the table.
Maybe we ought to count the votes again to make sure I won.
Gilligan walks over to a table with a vase, flowers, a bowl, and a conch shell.
There's no need to do that either. Howell and I have counted them 4 times already.
Well, I sure feel awful about winning, especially when I wasn't even running.
Gilligan adds the bowl and conch shell to the table that Skipper is holding.
The fact is, you did win, Gilligan, and that's why I'm here. I can hardly call myself a friend if I didn't give you a word of warning.
Gilligan adds the flowers to Skipper's table.
A word of warning? About what?
The Power Seekers.
Mr. Howell appears through the hut window, sneakily rising to look inside the hut.
Men who'll seek you out, call themselves friends. They'll flatter you. They'll fawn on you. These men are dangerous. All they want is a high position in your government. These men are not to be trusted, and you've got to guard against them.
Guard against them how?
Well, that's where I come in. You just leave it to me. That's part of my job as second in command. I can't tell you who these men are, but
Hello there.
here comes one of them now.
I just stopped by to offer my heartiest congratulations.
Gilligan extends his hand to shake. Instead of shaking hands, Mr. Howell removes his hat and turns his back to them.
On your rather shocking victory.
Gilligan withdraws his unshaken hand and rubs it with the other.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise to me, too. Yes. The way I look at it, it could have been worse.
If you're finished, Howell, the president and I are busy setting up a new administration.
That's exactly why I'm here.
That's exactly what I thought.
Oh, Mr. President, before I forget,
Mr. Howell reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small box. He opens the box
H-
and hands it to Gilligan.
here's a small but terribly expensive little token of my esteem.
Gilligan takes a small box of solid gold cufflinks. He turns to Skipper.
A box of esteemed tokens?
Gilligan turns back to Mr. Howell.
Thanks, Mr. Howell? No.
Mr. Howell demonstrates where Gilligan will have to be pierced to wear the solid gold cufflinks.
You see, they're solid gold cufflinks. You'll have to have your wrists pierced. Mr. Howell, I don't know how to thank you.
That's what he's just about to tell you, Gilligan.
Well, I don't expect thanks. I came by to pay my respects and to offer my humble service to whatever high office the president might designate.
Gilligan smiles.
Howell, I must admit, I'm surprised by your attitude.
Mr. Howell bows.
The leader's wish is but my command.
Skipper hands Mr. Howell the broom.
Then here, you can start by cleaning up the White House. That ought to be humble enough.
Just exactly who do you think you are?
I'm the vice president.
The vice president? Well, how did you get that job?
By getting here before you did.
Gilligan holds up the open box of cufflinks.
Mr. Howell, do you want your cufflinks back? Do you think I am the kind of man who would take back a bribe, sir? I'd like to give you something in return. Well, I expect to get something in return. What exactly do you have open?
Gilligan points towards the sneakers.
Do you know how to make a good knot? Skipper, what kind of a job can we give Mr. Howell?
Skipper puts his arm around Gilligan's shoulders.
We have the Secretary of Labor, the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of State.
Mr. Howell frowns at each suggestion.
Yeah, you could be one of those secretaries. Do you know how to take shorthand typing? No. You see, Mr. President, I think with my background, the ideal job for me would be Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Skipper removes his arm from Gilligan's shoulders.
But that's a very important position. Have you had any legal experience?
The government has convicted me 6 times on antitrust suits, and I've been investigated every year for income tax evasion. Well, that's good enough for me. How about you, Skipper?
Any man stay out of jail with that record like that's got to know something about the law.
Indeed, I do. Now, the first thing on my agenda
Mr. Howell looks around to see if anyone is listening.
is to investigate a plot to overthrow the government. What plot to overthrow the government? The one
Mr. Howell
I
laughs
started.
heartily.
The one I started after the election. See you at the inauguration luau, Mr. President.
On his way out of the hut, Mr. Howell swats Gilligan on the rear with his hat. Astonished, Gilligan's jaw drops. That night, the Howells, Ginger, and Professor are seated at the dining table with Gilligan. Behind them is the hut. Skipper stands to introduce Gilligan.
It is my honor to introduce to you a man known to all of us, a man respected for his courage, his dedication of duty, and leadership. A true giant among men, our president, Gilligan.
Yeah, Mr. President.
Marianne exits the hut and brings out a tray of food.
Bravo, bravo! Speech, speech, speech! Ladies and gentlemen, and honored guests, I accept the responsibility you've given me.
Marianne interrupts the tray of food.
Come on, everybody, eat, please. While it's still hot, but
Marianne realizes she interrupted President Gilligan's speech.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gilligan. I mean, Mr. President.
That's okay.
Marianne sits down at the dining table.
That's okay, folks. You go ahead and finish dinner. I just jotted down a few things I wanted to say, and
Gilligan looks over the dining table for his speech.
it was right here a minute ago.
Mr. Howell wipes his mouth with Gilligan's speech as if it were a napkin.
Mr. Howell, excuse me, but that napkin, I think that's my speech. Oh, yes. It's a little inky.
Gilligan clears his throat.
First of all,
Ginger and Professor each peel a banana.
Would you pass me the guava sauce? Sure, Mr. Howell.
Skipper hands a small cup of guava sauce to Gilligan. He passes it to Mr. Howell.
Shot of it, please. There you are, sir. Thank you. You're welcome. Now,
Would you pass this down, please? Thank you.
Skipper hands a plate to Gilligan to pass.
You're welcome. It's hot. Professor, here!
Gilligan hands the plate to the professor.
Thank you, Gilligan.
You're welcome. Now, down to the important business. As you all know, our water supply is getting short, and we have to pitch in and build a well.
Oh, I wish I knew who cooked these jellies and dabs.
Oh, I did. Mrs. Howell, do you like them?
Oh, they're delicious. First, then, you must try them. You'd believe you were at Antoine's.
Ginger touches Mr. Howell's arm and grips it gently. Yes, you must try my jellied sand dabs.
Now, about the jellied sand, about digging the well. Now, look, folks, if we all pitch in, I figure we can dig that well in 1 day. Now,
This is the best meal I've had since I've been on this island.
Thank you, Skipper.
I've got to take a walk.
Skipper and Marianne get up from the dining table.
Ginger, please give me that recipe when you get a chance.
Oh, I will, Marianne.
digging the well should go.
The Howells get up from the dining room table.
We have to have fresh water, please, Mr. and Mrs. Howe.
Finally, Ginger and the professor get up and leave. Gilligan tries to get their attention and climbs up on the dining table with his hands and knees.
Ginger, Professor, as Secretary of Agriculture, I think it's necessary that you should find out where we should dig the well.
Gilligan is left alone, wondering where everybody went. Next day, Gilligan paces in his presidential office. A flag made of a tropical patterned cloth hangs on a pole. A long desk has a sign reading, Mr. President, at one end. At the other end is a chair and a writing surface. Gilligan picks up a conch shell and blows into it, blasting like a horn. Gilligan sits down at his desk, pulls out the quill from the inkwell, and pretends to write. Mrs. Howell enters. She holds a notepad and wears secretarial eyeglasses.
You rang, Mr. President?
Yes, Mr. Howe. It's almost after 4 o'clock. Has anyone come to see me?
No, they haven't, Mr. President.
Maybe someone stopped by while you were away from your desk.
I haven't left that oil drum all day, Mr. President.
What's my schedule for tomorrow?
I'll check here. Well, there's nothing in the morning, but in the afternoon, you haven't got anything.
What time is my cabinet meeting?
5 o'clock, but the Vice President cancelled it. He had a fishing date with the Chief Justice.
Where's the rest of my cabinet?
They're all swimming in the lagoon, all except the Secretary of Health and Welfare.
Oh, good. What's she doing?
Her hair.
Frustrated, Gilligan throws down the quill. Gilligan stands and pounds his fist down on the desk, hitting the inkwell and spilling it over his hand and the desk.
Well, somebody's got to dig that well.
Gilligan looks down at his hand covered in ink.
You're right, Mr. President. You're absolutely right.
The next day, Skipper rearranges crates, boxes, and other items in the hut. Gilligan carries a bamboo shovel and enters through the hut door.
Skipper, you got a minute?
Sure, Gilligan. Come on in. That is, Mr. President.
Skipper, I need your help. I'm worried. I'm real worried about that well.
You look worried.
I do?
Sure do. And frankly, I've been worried about you.
You have?
Yes, but I don't want you to worry about that. You've enough to worry about without worrying about the way you look, which is terrible.
Really?
Gilligan feels his face as if he can feel looking terrible with his hands.
But Gilligan, never mind that. Take a look at this hut. Now, does this look like the office of a vice president?
No, Skipper, it doesn't.
It is beneath our dignity, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Right.
Skipper picks up a set of crates and hands them to Gilligan.
Now, can you help me with this junk?
Gilligan takes the crates.
Sure, Skipper, but about the well, Skipper.
Skipper hands Gilligan a pair of crates.
Skipper, about the...
Skipper attacks 2 vegetable boxes on top of the crates that Gilligan is holding.
What seems to be the problem?
Skipper, our old water supply is running low, and we gotta dig a new well quick.
Skipper stacks 2 more vegetable boxes on top.
Ugh, that's not too heavy for you, is it?
No!
Ah,
Skipper adds a naval rope to Gilligan's burden.
just put this rope on there, and if you would step over in the corner here.
Skipper turns Gilligan and moves him to another corner of the hut.
We'll put it right in that corner. That's it. There we go, Gilligan.
About the water situation, sir?
Oh, you're having a problem with the water?
Yes, Skipper, same problem.
Wait a minute, Gilligan.
Yeah,
I got an idea.
yeah.
I think I'll put my desk over here. Would you bring this back over and put it on this wall?
Whatever you want, Skipper. But we gotta make a decision about the well.
Now, Mr. President, have you made any decisions about the well?
Uh-huh.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna drop these boxes. Ugh.
Gilligan drops the crates, vegetable boxes, and rope. As they tumble to the floor, they spill over onto Skipper's foot.
Oof! Ugh!
And I'm gonna go and see Chief Justice
Ugh! Oh, Gilligan!
about the well.
Gilligan exits the hut. Later that day, Mr. Howe snoozes on his bed with his hat over his face. Gilligan enters between the blankets covering the door, shovel in hand. Gilligan removes Mr. Howe's hat to talk with him. Mr. Howe is startled and rouses.
I hate to disturb you, Chief Justice. Well, that's all right. Never too busy to talk to the president. I want to ask your opinion about that well we have to dig. Oh, the well. Well, I've been lying here and giving it a lot of consideration. Now, the similar case of Fletcher versus Bronson, you see, in the municipal court, upheld the previous ruling.
Gilligan frowns.
And found for the defendant. And even after the case was appealed, the court refused to reverse the decision in spite of new evidence. I've taken all that into consideration. What have you decided to do? And I've decided to give it a little more thought.
Mr. Howe takes his hat back from Gilligan and puts it over his face.
Nighty-night.
Gilligan frowns in disappointment at Mr. Howe's answer. The next day, Gilligan, shovel in hand, enters through blankets.
Hi, I hate to barge in like this, but I figure maybe you can help me. I went to see the vice president at first, and he was so busy fixing up his office that he couldn't help me. So then I went to the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, but he's got a lot of problems too. I mean, in the case of Fletcher versus Bronson, and even had to appeal it, and it got very complicated. So I was hoping that it was something you could do.
Let me see. There must be something I could do.
About the well.
Gilligan inhales and exhales. Ginger kisses her finger and moves to press it to Gilligan's lips. Gilligan turns away and hits his head on the bamboo post and slides to the ground. Ginger watches him slide down, and then Ginger gives a side glance and shrugs. Later that day, Marianne and Skipper listen to President Gilligan. Marianne plays with her ponytail. Gilligan stands in the well hole and digs the well.
I'm going to make this meeting short as possible. I know we've all had a busy day.
Mr. Howe raises his glasses of toast.
Yeah. Unless the well is finished, we're going to run out of drinking water.
That's very true, Mr. President. We certainly do need a well.
That's exactly my thinking, Skipper.
And we're behind you all the way, Mr. President.
Gilligan continues digging. You're the best president we ever elected.
Thanks, Skipper. Thanks, Ginger.
I mean, even if I don't get a star on my dressing room door.
Ah, we're with you, sir.
Mr. Howe holds a glass and slightly raises it in a toast.
Then how about helping me dig the well?
Oh, I can't help you, Mr. President. I'm in the midst of settling a strike.
What strike?
Oh, the Secretary of Health and Welfare won't help me in the kitchen anymore.
Well, I'm not on strike. I have my own work to do now. How can I wash the dishes and build a hospital at the same time?
A hospital? What for? We don't even have a doctor.
Well, but when the hospital's finished, I'm going to build a medical school.
Don't count on me, sir. I'm involved with a very serious traditional matter. What are you working on now, Mr. Howe? Your impeachment.
What? You're trying to impeach the president? On what grounds?
Well, he accepted a bribe from a sort of power-mad favor seeker. That's what it is.
I never gave him a dime.
Well, I did. I gave him a pair of solid gold cufflinks.
That's a pretty serious charge, Mr. Howell. Do you have any witnesses?
Well, I certainly do. I happen to have 5 of them.
That's impossible. I was the only one in the room at that time that he took the bribe.
Aha! There you are. Thank you very much. I'm going to call you as a witness in the impeachment proceedings.
Why do you want to impeach a president that's doing such a good job for us?
Oh, nonsense. There's no water down there. Mr. Howe, I've had it. You don't have to impeach me. I quit.
Gilligan takes a shovel and drives it hard to the bottom of the well hole. Water sprays out of the well hole, drenching all of them. Marianne excitedly hugs Skipper. Later that day, the castaways sit at the dining table. Gilligan stands up.
Quiet down now, Pope. President Gilligan would like to say a few words.
Gilligan holds several pages of notes.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank you for attending this cabinet meeting.
You're welcome.
We love to be here.
Delighted to be here.
Now that we've solved the water problem, I think we ought to get to work on our next project, a lookout tower.
Lookout tower? That's an excellent idea, Mr. President.
Oh, you mean one of those high-rise sort of things?
That sounds marvelous. What is it?
If we build a real tall lookout tower, a ship or a plane might spot us, and we've been rescued.
Excellent.
The
Yeah.
castaways exclaim at Gilligan's grand idea.
We could be rescued.
Yay!
Good,
That'd be
good.
great,
Wonderful,
yeah.
Gilligan.
I'm glad you all like the idea. I have the bamboo poles and the vines right here. And we can begin construction right now, Mr. Howe.
Mr. Howe stands up.
Oh no, I have to go, Mr. President. A lot of cases on the docket. Supreme Court decisions can't wait, you know. Mr. Howe!
Mrs. Howe stands up and follows Mr. Howe.
Professor?
I have to go and take dictation from Mr. Howell.
The Howells
Profe-
leave.
Professor, don't you
The
think?
professor gets up from the dining table.
I'm sorry, Mr. President. I've got a very important scientific report to finish.
The professor leaves.
Marianne?
Marianne gets
I-
up from the dining table.
I think I'd better check the food supply.
Marianne leaves.
Ginger! Oh, come on. Don't you?
Ginger gets up too. I have to wash my hair, Gilligan. Ginger leaves.
Skipper, don't you think?
Skipper stands up too.
Well, it's just the idea, Mr. President. You've done some wonderful things for the island, and everybody's behind you 100%.
I sure hope I get reelected.
Skipper pats Gilligan on the back and laughs heartily.
Oh, I'm sure you will be. Do a good job, Gilligan.
Skipper leaves.
Now, we all.
Gilligan realizes no one else is left. He sits down and looks disappointed that everyone abandoned him. The end. We are Star Society. I'm Bella Bellagio.
I'm Lizzie Smalls.
I am Petite Bulle de Savon.
I'm Lee Ryder.
And I'm Dante Abeo.
Thank you for joining us and see you next week.